Another foggy, drizzly, cool day here in San Francisco. Well, the surrounding areas up north and south. Up north and south. So, yesterday's video we talked about pollution in the rivers. I wanted to continue on with that. There was a study done where plastic was researched on how it got into the ocean, and they found that there was about 10 major rivers that contributed to most of the plastic input into the ocean. We'll do it this way, where I'll put the name of the river right here. Paesong, I'm not sure if that's Philippines. Kling, Klenin, Malaysia. Uhas, India. Ganges, India. But those are just some of the rivers and that are the major contributors to the plastic. But let's look at this chart. You'll get to see it a little bit easier this way. For all of the world's rivers. Now let's talk about something here. Now we know that these countries aren't producing all this plastic. Most of the plastic is really from the U.S. and other rich countries who ship their plastic to those countries for a fee that the country gets for taking the plastic, and this country will just come and dump it somewhere. People will go through it and throw the plastic away while they try and keep the stuff that they can sell. And it gets caught in the wind and out to the ocean it goes, or out to the river it goes, and then into the ocean. But that's really where most of this plastic is. When you go and look at the plastic that's coming out of the rivers, it's not from Indonesia or China or Japan or anything like that. It's from the U.S., mostly from the U.S., and the U.K. tends to throw a lot of their plastic away. And sometimes the size of the river doesn't make any difference about the amount of plastic that goes into the river or into the ocean from the river. The Silawan, I don't know how you... Anyway, in Java emit 100 times as much plastic to the ocean each year as 200 times to 300 times the norm. So apparently the size of the river doesn't matter. It's just whether the people care or not enough to keep it out of the river and out of the ocean. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand in other nations that sometimes if you have a bunch of garbage and you don't know what to do with it, you go and you throw it in the river. Unfortunately, that's a wide practice throughout the world. Rivers are considered garbage places to throw your trash. Here in the U.S. they do the same thing. They just go to the nearest storm drain and dump their trash there. Expect it to just go away. Wonder where that'll end up. So on another subject, let's talk about rapidly thawing permafrost in Alaska and what that's doing. Well, not only is it disrupting roads, power lines, and buildings and other problems, but it's also affecting the largest oil pipeline in Alaska. The Trans-Alaska Pipeline is in danger of structural damage, one of the world's largest oil pipelines. So what they're trying to do is stabilize some of the slopes that are melting quickly. And as it melts, the glacier or the permafrost wants to start to slump and go down like this. And everything that's built on it goes down with it, just like a slow motion landslide. So what they want to do is bore all these what they call cooling tubes into the ground, which then will freeze the ground and hold everything in place. But that takes a lot of maintenance, more roads, more construction crews up there. Trans-Alaska Pipeline, dear, it's time for you to go. It's time to dismantle that pipeline. Get it off the planet. The awful scar from looking at that for all these years. Amazingly, even okayed such a horrible project as that. It's interesting because, see, if we were to get rid of all the oil pipelines and all the oil trains and all the oil trucks that are driving all over and distributing this oil for gasoline and all the other oil purposed things for your paint the oil paints and all that kind of thing, lubricants. But we need good alternatives for these, because you're going to continue on with life. And unfortunately, humans, whenever they do something, it creates waste. And that's kind of just the way the planet works, the solar system as well. But nothing wastes like a human could waste. So I appreciate all the ups and downs, new subscribers, and definitely your comments. Always like the comments. And the biosphere here on YouTube is getting awfully small. It's as if everybody's gotten tired of YouTube, huh? So we'll see what happens next with YouTube. But boy, they're sure not being very friendly to the commenters.